Look, we tastemakers, groundbreakers. We crown shakers, moved us out the margin with writing, that's how we found paper. Hustle nature, since we was riding back on the scooter razors. Had no stable footing since then, I've been the earthquaker. Brown sugar and cinnamon, don't think that I'm the greatest, I just settle for the synonyms.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trinisha and it's a pleasure to have you here. This video is going to be a nice little weekend vlog because my cousin is getting married this weekend. So we're going through a few maintenance stuff before we get started. And then also too, I'm going to show you a little bit of the wedding. So this is going to be a very glorious day. My cousin Jordan is getting married. We've been, my first cousin, we used to play together all the time. Primary school, high school, yeah, that's one of my closest cousins. So it should be exciting. Brows on Main Street, and they're actually pretty good because I have not waxed my eyebrows since my lady closed down like a year ago. So it wasn't terrible. I was able to kind of get away with like doing like just a little brow pen and whatever. But now that she don't wax my eyebrows, I'm definitely gonna use them again because they weren't like super expensive, and I feel like that kind of brought me all together. So yeah, let's go. So I've been getting some packages. A lot of times I don't even know what these are. Like this one here, I have no idea what this is. I got a package from Orgain earlier, and I haven't gotten something from there for a long time, so I was a little bit confused. But what is this? Oh, so these wax people, these people with this wax company asked me to promote some wax. So it's here already. I didn't think it was gonna be here this fast. This is the Kotamu wax kit. Before I dive into this review, I want to give a quick shout out to Kotamu for sending me this. As always, all my opinions are my own. I'm going to give you an honest truth about my experience with this kit. So in the box it comes with different wax beads, and they're actually based on different usages, but I'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. It also comes with the actual melting pot, which the first thing I noticed off with this waxing pot is that it had the little jelly pot, which I really like because I have a wax kit right now and it doesn't have that little jelly portion, and it makes cleaning so much more difficult. But this seems very nice and easy to clean. I can see cleaning being a breeze. But yeah, it comes with 4 packs of the wax beads. And can we talk about how aesthetic the melting pot is? The pastel, super cute. Also in the box is a pack of waxing sticks. And it also comes with a few little booklets to show you with instructions on how to do the waxing and some tips in terms of like melting the beads. I think the super cool thing about Kotamu is that they created this waxing kit with beginners in mind, and trust me, if I can figure this out, literally anyone can. We're talking about a simple step process that anyone can master, and I mean anyone. The instructions are super clear, there is no guesswork involved, and you don't need prior experience to get salon quality at home. Now the pink beads here, that's for like finer hair like your face, and then this yellow one is for thicker hair like arms, chest, back, that type of thing. There's also a blue bead that's not included in this kit, and that's for even thicker hair. It says it's best for like underarm, so that's an option if you plan on using this kit simply for underarm. Another thing I found super interesting about this kit is 100% natural ingredients for sensitive skin. So if you're someone like me whose skin is a little bit iffy about stuff, this is perfect. It does have coconut oil in it. Who doesn't love coconut oil? Yeah. I will also say too, the smell of the wax was actually quite nice, which I thought was interesting because I have a wax kit now and the wax is like but this wax is like, the scent is nice and the overall application was a lot easier than I expected because my other wax kit definitely takes a little bit more finesse. Also, the size of the waxing bowl is quite large actually. It's pretty decent size, so I think you can get a lot done. So I'm just going to do a little demo for you because you have to test your skin out prior to doing a full wax because we don't want you to have a reaction. With any product you use on your skin, there's always a potential for reaction, so test a small spot first. Now the instructions say a good starting point for melting the beads is 150, so as you can see right now it's pretty much preheating. So I'm going to add my beads into the pot and wait for them to melt. There are 2 methods to melting the beads, so check the instructions first. We're getting there, and getting there. It didn't take too long actually, and we're there. So now we're ready to wax. So the waxing sticks I showed you earlier, it actually comes with 2 varieties. So it has a smaller stick for like your eyebrows and your lips, and then the thicker one for the larger areas like your arms, legs, back, that type of thing. So you get good variety with this kit. Now look at that consistency. It has this nice velvety consistency, which I've never actually experienced. Mind you, I only have one other wax kit, and I considerably see the difference between like the actual wax quality compared to what I have right now. And look how it just glides onto the skin, and the texture is just super soft. So you just wait for that to cool a little bit, and once you get a little edge, you can rip it off. And you know what I was really surprised about? Even with that small strip, I was able to get a good bit of hair off on one pull. Usually it takes a while. So as you can see, I got a little bit more bolder, and I started to do bigger strips because I feel like I was getting the hang of it, and I was getting the technique right with this type of wax. Because you can tell with lower quality wax, when you pull it, it breaks so easy and it messes up everything, especially your flow of things. But see here, I was a little bit nervous about doing my waxing my arms, because I have never actually waxed my arms. I've waxed my legs, but my arms, no. So this was an experience, but it actually wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. I think it's just me, the anticipation of the pull is what's stressing me out. But look how much hair I got. I got quite a bit of hair off that one pull. So I don't know, guys, I'm feeling like a professional. You see me going. I can't be stopped now. So if you've been on the fence about trying an at-home waxing kit, the Kotamu kit is honestly just the perfect place to start. It takes all the fear and the complexity out of the process and makes it something that you can actually look forward to. As weird as that sounds, I felt like a professional out there. I wanted to wax everything after this because it was so easy and the texture of the wax was so soft, and I can actually see the results from each pull of the wax strips, because previously the wax I've used, I've had to do such small strips simply because it breaks so easy. But this, even with me pulling like super slowly, I was getting a lot of hair out. Like, look at all that hair I got. Absolutely crazy. This is the perfect place to start if you're a newbie. I told you I was gonna wax everything. So I just kept going. I waxed my entire forearm, and my skin was super smooth. I didn't have to do too many strips, but I think because I was like putting down the wax so gappy, that's probably why I had to do a little bit more strips than I probably would have naturally had to do. I will say, if you're gonna do it, just, you know, have a game plan. I went in there blind. I just was like, I'm just gonna keep waxing until I feel like I'm done. But I think the next time I'll have more of a plan and start from the bottom and go up, or some sort of plan. But it was overall super easy, super easy. So if you're interested in this kit, I did put the link for it in my bio. You can get it on Amazon. We love a little Amazon deal. And right now, I think it's Amazon Prime week or day. So take advantage of the sale. It's definitely on sale. Here, I got a little bit too confident. I'm trying to finish at least the forearm. I don't know who I thought I was trying to do all of this both arms in one day. I think the most I'll be able to do is do the bottom half until I get the technique down, and then I'll move on to something else. So yeah, that's my honest take on the Kotamu wax kit. Have you tried at-home waxing before? Let me know in the comments what your experience has been like. I think this was good for a first time. I'm sorry about this noisy bathroom. This is one of the reasons why I almost didn't want this place, was because of the noisy bathroom, because I knew I wanted to like record stuff in my bathroom. How else to record in my bathroom if it's so dang loud? But shout out to the DJI mic. Sounds much better, I'm pretty sure. But so yeah, I got these little masks from Faded, from Topicals, the Faded eye mask. So since the wedding is soon, I'm just going to do this as a little pre-wedding prep. I've never actually used them before, so this is quite interesting. Ooh, and I put it in the fridge because someone said put it in the fridge so it's nice and cool. So that's what I did. Ooh, I hope I did this right. I'm so funny. I think I did it right. There we go. Oh wow, definitely suctions on quite nice. I actually like it quite a bit. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do in terms of like makeup today, because I do have like a chartreuse dress, but I do not have anything chartreusey in my makeup palette. So I think I'm gonna do, I do have a Danessa Myrick color fix stick that I think I'm definitely going to use. It's in the color gold mine, so I'm definitely gonna use it. But I'm trying to see how I want to spruce it to get that green in there, because I definitely don't have any sort of green. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll check back in. Now that skincare is done, it's time to color correct. If you have any sort of dark spot, now is the time. You want to blend, blend, blend like nobody's business. Like I'm telling you, blend, 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 and more blend. And the most important step after you blend is to set it. I don't know who taught me this, but once they taught me that, you can't miss. And then after you've done concealed, then you're gonna blend again and then set again before you put on your foundation. Trust me, if you do it this way, it's gonna be perfect every time. Now this NARS Radiant Longwear foundation is my holy grail next to the Lancome foundation. Both of them give me the perfect amount of coverage, and look at my skin. Look at that skin. Make sure you blend it out properly. Now this contour stick, I'm obsessed. I saw a girl on TikTok use it and I was like, yeah, I gotta try it. And it's so buttery soft. I typically use the Fenty Beauty bronzer, but this one, oh, it blends so seamlessly. Like I can't get over it. And the price point was pretty good. So if that's something you're looking for, definitely give it a try. Y'all, this Huda Beauty blush in Peach Sorbet, it's the Soft Glow liquid blush. Oh, I absolutely love it. Like, look how good that color looks on my skin tone, and it blends so easily. Now this concealer, I'm a little bit biased. Once I like something, it's kind of hard for me to switch. You have to convince me, and I can't step away from it. It has the perfect amount of coverage. It blends so easily. I absolutely love Tarte Shape Tape. That's the only Tarte product I have, but it's amazing. As you can see, this process takes a whole lot of blending, so do not rush it. If you rush it, it's problems. Take your time, blend it out, and you're going to be going back and forth between, you know, the blush you put down and the bronzer brush you use. So see, I went back in there to make sure it's nice and seamless. I'm going to go back in with my bronzer brush to make sure that it's seamless as well, but it takes some time, so do not rush the process. Trust me. Alright, so this is my second concealer. I just really like the consistency on it, and the applicator is pretty easy. Considering I just got my eyebrows done, I'm not going to do too much work. It doesn't need a lot. I'm just going to set it so it can, like, the hairs can stay in place. And then by that time, I go back to blend out that little bit of concealer I added on, and I set that first with my actual powder. Then after I set it with my powder that's close to my shade, then I go in with a setting powder for extra coverage and for it to be more seamless. Trust me, if you do your pressed powder before you do your loose powder, game changer. It looks good. So now we're taking my favorite Fenty Beauty bronzer, Sunstalker in Caramel Cutie. Oop, but then I forgot that I did not set my eyes, so I'm going to set it like a good girl. But then I'm going to use that same bronzer as basically a transition shade. I find that it comes out so good when I'm using different shadows. So this is the OPB Beauty Spotlight palette. I think I got in like a boxy charm. It has this nice warm brown that I'm obsessed with. Like, look at it. This is the Violet Voss I'll Love You Forever, and I'm going to use that as like a darker crease shade, which I think is so nice. It blends really well with the other palette. Like, look at that. You see where I'm going with this. I'm feeling cute already. Recently I started learning, trying to do a little bit more like a cut crease. It's not a cut crease because I'm not really good at that, but I realized by adding the concealer prior to adding my shadows does give it a little bit more vibrancy. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I set it with a setting powder because that was a mistake I made in the past. So this is the Vanessa Myricks Faux Metallics. It looks really good. It wasn't as bright as I thought it was going to be. Well, on camera it looks a little more bright than I thought it looked like in person. But I went back in with that Olive Forever Violet Voss palette, and it has the green I was looking for, but I'm still not satisfied. So I added a little bit of that gold shimmer to give it more of a pop because it wasn't popping like I needed to do. But now it's coming together. But now I need a green, and I realized this palette has a gold foil that looks kind of more green. Now look at it, it looks green, but it's supposed to be gold. And I think it added the perfect touch. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a line, and I'll come back when there's something else for me to talk about. So now time to dust off all that setting powder you did earlier. And now time to carve out my nose. I don't do too much. I don't really need that much. My nose isn't large, or I love my nose, so I'm not too pressed about it. But then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer to add a little bit more warmth back into the skin. I just love how soft and seamless the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker is. This is the blush by Nude. I'm obsessed with it. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm as well. Now this MAC highlighter, obsessed, love, love, love. Gives you the perfect amount of glow. So we're going back in that OPB Beauty palette just to smoke out my lower eyelid. I want a nice little sultry look, and you have to set with the Morphe spray. You spray till you drown. Spray, spray, spray. And a smaller layer with the one size spray. And these are my absolute favorite lashes. You Cool Me Lash. I can't stand that Lashify. Basically took them off of Amazon. So now I have to go get it from like these random places. But look how wispy and full these are. Like they totally transform a look. And then I just seal them. I already told you guys I'm a Cork girl. Cork, I absolutely love MAC Cosmetics Cork lip liner. I haven't found anything like it. This is a lipstick from ColourPop. It was the one they did with Makeup Shayla. They don't have it anymore. It's my absolute favorite. And then I'm gonna top it with this Smashbox color. I don't remember what color this is, but I absolutely love it. And I've been obsessed with the e.l.f. lip glosses as of late. So yeah, I didn't really like that one, so I went with the gold so I could have a little bit more pop. Cause see, you can see the actual like gold palettes compared to like the Fenty Beauty Lemon Lava. But we're ready for this wedding. Let's go. And I'm ready for the wedding. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and share with a friend, and see you on part 2.